Oh, hello everyone. This is Benjamin. I'm going to be. This is my second one so far. The road to 1700, and yeah, I'm just going to get started. Let's go get in this. I'm going to try to be on every morning, like 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. By the way, that's the time I plan on being on. All right, white pieces. I'm going to do the birds opening. I haven't played that in a little while. Okay, that's not usually normal. Most people play d5. I guess that's okay too. Um, let's see here. This is definitely not very standard for this opening, but that is also okay. Now the bishop usually goes here, or even here sometimes. Well, actually, after d5, usually goes back here. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. Uh, where do I want the bishop? I can block it off and go here. You know what? I don't need to decide where the bishop is going. I can always fianchetto my dark square bishop first. All right. His step is a little weird, but he probably doesn't know the opening. So I had to figure out how to take advantage of the fact that he's not placing his pieces where they normally are. These is normal, and then knights here normally. So I can stop his knight from coming here, which is part of the normal idea. His knight is not in the game. Normally I trade it. That's what I usually do. I can also move the bishop here, castle, and bring the queen over, and possibly try to make an attack happen with these pieces. So I got to figure out a plan now that it's a little different, other than my normal plan. The knight coming here might be interesting. This knight. You know what? I think it's a castle king side. So I am going to bring this knight over. Queen can move up, and I can castle this way. And then I can just start pushing these pawns. Looks like he's already castled for king side, so I think the best thing to do is push these pawns forward and attack. This is completely safe, and he didn't even move his pawns up like normal, so his pawns are far away. Mine are much closer to attacking. So I think I like the idea of queenside castling here. All right. He may be using the queen bishop battery this way. I'm gonna still continue. He can come down. I can castle. Well, I can't castle immediately, but now I can castle immediately. Do I want to take it? Not really. I feel like I should push his pawn up. If he comes down, I can take it with my pawn. Yeah, because I do plan on doing a pawn storm, so it might be good for me to do it this way. Not sure what else he can do. I mean, if he tries to come this way, I can just push this up. I can take. He's going to castle queenside as well, is what he's doing. He's going to open this up for an attack. I'm castling queenside, so my attack is going to be a little different because of that. My goal now will be to try to make a queen using this pawn. And I think because of that, that's fine. If I take and he takes back, I'll be over here, and then his knight will come in, and I'd be in really big trouble. So taking is super bad. I just leave it where it's at. He takes, I take back, and then that's it. He really can't. He doesn't have the same type of attack after that. I can move this up if I wanted, though, to target the bishop, force him to take. And I'll be hitting this pawn. He got defended pretty well, though. So I don't really care about that. If he ever pushes, I'm just taking the pawn, and it's going to open up my rook. Oh, I'm doing like a little bit of videos for like instructional stuff here and there. I'm not accepting like bullet challenges and stuff like that. I do appreciate it though, but let's see. Well, now I actually can take here. But then if he takes, I take, it'll be free. Never mind. But if I'm like king over, I'd be able to take off my... No, because then he'll take here. All right, so he's setting up a little bit of stuff. I'm still going to move over because I can move my knight over. So we can see what happens with that. The thing is that I'm trying to do instructional stuff. So like, let's say if we play, let's say if we do play, right? Let's say I do play bullet with you or blitz or anything like that. I'm gonna want to be explaining stuff, and what's gonna be happening is that you're gonna see what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about, what I'm explaining, in the middle of the game, which wouldn't really be that good, for me. And we can play when I'm not streaming. You can always send me a challenge. You hit me by messenger and just, I might play a few games here and there. All right, this looks like it might be for free, but if he takes something like this, no, it's not. Well, this will be for free. Get a free pawn. All right. I'm going to throw him back. Hold on here. attacking this way and also protecting my square here. In case his queen ever wants to try to come down here, he can't. All right, bringing his rook in. I can hit that, but he can take for free. Can't take back because my rook isn't defended properly, so that's not going to work out super well. I can hit his bishop right here and also target this square, but can't hit it because of him. So if I go here, I have to bring my other knight in to try to attack. Yeah, I think I like that. I want to open this up right here. So it's probably good for me. He can actually put a bishop here to actually be good for him. I can't take it because it's here. And I have to bring my knight back to defend. Otherwise, I lose one of my pieces. If I'm going to clean out the way, I just lose the rook. I just realized that I misplaced my knight this way. It's not a super amazing tactic. It's not going to win a piece, but all right. I'm just going to take it. And if he takes here, I'll take this way. I know you're supposed to take towards the center, but if I do that, my king will be pretty exposed. And taking this way also opens up my file for my rook. So even though I know a lot of people say take towards the center, you have to consider other things, you know? And this is for free. And after he goes here, he has his fork possibility. So when he comes down, I'm going to have to move my queen somewhere. Otherwise, I can lose it. Or lose my rook at least. I mean, I can always just take his queen. You know, I move my rook over, but everything looks really uncomfortable. So I'm not interested in any of that. I like here better, only because of my bishop can come out. Think this is safe. Let me make sure it's safe, because if I go here and he comes here, I might be able to take it for free. I don't have to worry about it. If he goes here, calls check, I'll be forced to take it with my rook. He can call check. I can go back down. It's defended by my queen, so it's fine. All right, just making sure I'm not getting checkmated. That would really be bad if I was. Yeah, I have a tournament tomorrow as well, so I only play one game a week. They're like time control is like 90 minutes, so it's like pretty time control on that thing is pretty long. So. All right, so all the threats that are towards me are pretty much not there, and everything is developed. Everything of his developed as well, so it's pretty straightforward from here on out. It should be. My goal, like I said, I want to move these pawns up and make a queen. That's what I keep having an eye on. So let's break that up. If he goes here to line himself, I'll just take. He can't take with his knight. I mean, with his rook, but he didn't do that. No, I think it's a free knight. I can just take it. If he takes, then I just take the queen back. I think that's a free knight. I can even take out the queen as well if I wanted. Not sure what's better. I'll take it with the queen. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what's better, but I wanted to hit this as well behind it. All right, I'm up a piece, and now I just have to use it to try to win, make a queen. That's my goal the whole entire game. Just to do that, and it looks like I'm going to be able to. All right. He has just blocked off, but it doesn't matter. As long as I have something defending in the back row, I'll be fine. I also can move this up if I wanted and bring my king out, but it's not really necessary. Looks pretty straightforward so far. If he ever moves this way, I can just push the pawn up. He'll come back. I'm pretty low on time, so I'm not going to explain much anymore. I don't want to lose on time. That'd be really horrible. I already told my plan is, so now it's just moving my pieces to try to get the pan. Now it's moving the pieces to get the plan active. Hitting the rook. Hitting the rook and defending here at the same time. All right, just make a queen. Very simple plan, very straightforward. My bishop is going to be able to come down here to help defend it. That's not good. Oh, that's two bishops. That's not that difficult to do. Oh, it's not clicking. That's not good. I lost like 5 seconds on that. Yeah, losing 5 seconds was not very good. So yeah, again. All right. Well, it was a one game, but I guess whatever. It's time. Lost a few seconds for some reason. A couple of moves. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you're happy. All right. Let's go to a new game. All right. Play the Pierce or the Perk. Okay. I think I've seen it line before. I think I've seen this before, but I forget what I did. It was a tournament game. Most people don't like trading their queen, so they usually don't go for this line. He might end up pushing, is what I'm guessing. Oh, okay. I guess he's going for it. Let's see. Okay. There's no real attack, but I guess maybe there's no pin either because the queens are traded. I can just move the knight anywhere I want to, usually, if I felt like it. Yeah, and then I just hit the knight. If he takes, I just take. Looks like we're just trading lots of pieces, which means either endgame or very drawish game. Yeah, we're just we have a lot of time on the clock, both of us. Okay, that's the only weak spot in the position, but they can't do much after that. No, I guess he wins a pawn. Do I move the king up? Do I move over? Choices, choices. I'll move back. I'll keep an eye on this. All right, and after we trade, I'm assuming he's in the mind of trading. I'll be hitting this pawn. He's going to defend it. Then I have a pretty good strong center after that. He'll attack. I'll go this way. Yep. If he takes it, I take back. Then I'll push. And then I'll be hitting this pawn over here. Now, unless he pushes this up. he is definitely in the mood for trading everything for some reason. So I'm gonna try to find a way to make it a little bit more in my favor. Okay. Let's get the king in. Now, if I take, I'll open his bishop up. Right now, his bishop is closed in. So I'm just going to move up and then probably move up here as well. And then my bishop can come down this way. And his bishop can also come around as well. After protecting on dark squares, his bishop can't attack him. Okay, it's expected. I was going to go here, but I didn't want him to. It doesn't really matter, actually, if he did, because everyone moves to side one. I need my king over here to help attack his pawns. That's basically what I'm trying to do. I go here and call it check. He can come down here, which would win a pawn. He's very focused on trading and taking pawns, so all right. I need to block off right there. Now I can move up and then bring my bishop out. And if he even tries to come to the back, it doesn't matter because the rook has these covered. All right. I think I would win if I find a way to trade the rooks off, I think. All right. My king might be able to come through here. Might be able to bring my king all the way over. That was bad. I kept thinking my bishop come here, but I blocked it. We did a very simple way of playing, just trading and looking for taking pawns. And I fell for it, kind of, which doesn't feel so good. Come in. All right. I'm not sure what he's thinking about, but I want to definitely come in and start taking these pawns down. Everything's defended, so he can try to start pushing. I can take one of them, and this rook has the other one covered. So I think I'm safe. And if he defends here, I can just come down and just go back and forth. Unless he lets me, It will be a draw. Unless he lets me take the pawns. Because otherwise I'm going to lose. So either I'm going to go for a repetition or he's going to let me take the pawns because I'm in a losing position right now. All right. Either I take pawns back and have counterplay or just a draw. Maybe 2 draws today, if that's the case. Yeah, because if I can't take these pawns here, I'm just going to lose. That's what's not really happening. So if he thinks he has a shot, he's going to have to play something different. Okay, that's a little different. What do I want to take it with? The pawn? Or the bishop? The bishop will allow my bishop to come back. I can also ignore it and take here. Probably best if I ignore and take here. I'm taking here unless his bishop comes in. Yep. And now this pawn's defended. This is defended. This is defended. So everything's defended. So I'm going to go over here now and start messing with these pawns. I don't think he can push these because this is here. So he was doing a lot better, but my king was better placed, and I'm not sure if that's going to change or not anytime soon. All he can do is move this up one. Otherwise, I just take it. This forces the king to stay in defense of this pawn, or I'll take it. This is protecting both pawns. There's bishop. All you can do is move down, and he has no way to defend it while moving the rook out the way. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm at Zugzwang though. Not entirely sure. I might be. He can attack this pawn. I move up. Or he can even go here. But I can't. It's not going to force me to move up at all. My king. So I think I'm fine. Okay. I can use my rook back here, maybe. I can take. That was a little weird. Unless he meant to go back here. Maybe it's a mouse slip. which I'm fine with. Like last game, I lost because on time because I kept losing seconds for no reason. So it's like, all right, whatever, you know. So if I win this way, I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm just gonna make a queen. I would trade my rook off for just pawn and make a queen. He's gonna have to trade his rook off for the pawn as well. So it'd be a pretty easy one. He has to move. He's in Zuzhuang. He has to move out the way. And now it's pretty straightforward. You could have went for that draw earlier. My king was better placed, I thought. I don't know if it's true or not, but I felt like it was. All right, I think he left the game maybe, or he just let it run out of time. I don't know, because he has no moves. He could just resign, but it's whatever. He can let it run out. All right, so one draw, one win, and one last game. Another three. It's not too bad. Yesterday was one win, one loss, one draw. Well, not yesterday, but the last one. Let's go ahead. I will do a regular e4 opening this time. Last time I did the birds. Let's do a King's Gambit. King Gambit is my favorite. There's a lot of different lines that can happen from here. I'm not familiar with this one, so I'm just going to develop my knight. I am not familiar with that. It looks like he's going to come here. All right, I'm going to win the pawn. I have a pretty good center. I like it. If he takes this way, yeah, exactly. I have to take this way, and then he's going to mess up my pawn structure, and then I just castle queenside. So it doesn't even matter. I had a feeling he was wanting to mess up my pawn structure. Let's go ahead and help him with that. This is protected. His center pawn. I'm gonna go here and do a little trick. If he castles, my bishop can go here, attacking here. He avoids it for now. He also has this attack right here of his bishop, which is kind of nice. But I can defend. I'm gonna queen bishop over. He takes. Yep, my queen takes. Everything's safe. Only because my queen was here. Like, that was pretty lucky. I didn't see it, so I didn't plan for it. But I got pretty lucky with that. Can't win all my games by luck, but sometimes I do pretty okay when it happens. And castle. This is weak. I could have just taken it. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. He can take this with the knight. I guess not. If I hit his knight, He has to move around because he can't come down here because everything's in light squares. He can go here. That was a bad move. I was hoping to my pawn up to attack his queen, which kind of backfired a little bit. Now my job is to survive my mistake. Not a serious one though. If I can move the pawn up and move my knight here, I still might be able to do that little weird cheese thing that I want to do against his king. He may not recognize it. It's a little awkward. I mean, he can try to defend it, but it wouldn't matter. Okay, he defended the pawn. Let's try to create some weaknesses on the king side. I have 3 pieces here already, so I'm just going to go ahead and start attacking. Now, would it be better to go back? Or better to just go here? I like back here a little bit better. I want to bring my rook in. If he calls check, I just bring my king up. Yeah, that's defended by my knight. It doesn't even matter. I was just going to go up. He can't take it because I'll just get a free piece. He'd have to push down. And now we have this defended. I'll wait for that. I will wait. Okay. Now I can move up. If he takes, that's a free rook. And it'll be checkmate. No, it won't be checkmate. You can go back. All right, this is defended. Trying to figure out how to attack. That might be okay. Maybe check and then take the pawn after he defends it somehow. Maybe it'll push check. But now if I take, he can take here. Not entirely sure, but I feel like this is going to be good. I think it's going to be very simple and straightforward. And I can't go here like I want to because you just fork them. You just fork my pieces. I want to be able to support my pawn and push it. And if he calls check, yeah, that'd be bad. I have to go this way. It's a fork. It looks horrible. It looks very horrible. Move my knight back. was pawn up one to protect against this pawn, and then move my knight in. Yeah, I didn't like any of that. I guess that makes sense. But in this case, if he goes down, I can just move this up and it'll be fine. Now I got it where I wanted, and I can move the pawn up. I got the rook where I wanted. King's not as much in danger. If he goes down more, I just take it with the pawn. I can't push my pawn because he would just go after my knight and my bishop, I mean. You might start pushing this pawn just to support this push. Okay, you want that really? I can just move up, right? Because like I said, going over here looks like it might be too much trouble. That'll be checkmate in that case. Unable to think of all the lines immediately in 10 minutes. I'm used to like tournament games that are 90-minute games. That's what I'm used to playing. So this is kind of a little weird having to rush like this, but can't look at all the lines. You gotta look at like 2 lines, 3 lines, and then make a move. Try to take care of the most simple ideas. Okay. Now if I move this right now and he calls check, that would be checkmate. That would be checkmate. I have to move that away. I can't let that happen. Not entirely sure what the best is, but I definitely couldn't allow checkmate. There's too many moves and possibilities. I had to hurry up. 4 minutes left. I don't have too much time for the rest of the game. I could have thought like crazy until like 1 minute left and then lost on time. Definitely didn't want to do that. Okay. Now, if I go here, he can't take because my knight, so it's fine. And if my king goes here, I'll be threatening my own checkmate. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go king here. King to c6. Almost anything he does, I'm going king c6. I don't care. Okay. I'm threatening checkmate in 1. He was too worried about my piece. You could take that one too. Yeah. Perfectly fine with me. All right, I wasn't too bad today. 2 draws and a win. So, yeah, if you want to look at the ideas and stuff, you can always use an engine to follow through and see all my mistakes. I'm going to definitely run through the engine later on today or tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I enjoy it. So, all right. Raj. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't do games live stream against viewers, but I will play against people offline, meaning when I'm not streaming. All right, Raj. I'm sorry about that. I didn't see your comment till now. But yeah, I will on my Facebook Messenger chat. Sometimes people message me and challenge me to games, and I'll play people when they're not streaming. So Only reason why is because I had some issues with people with streaming when I was teaching, and someone was using an engine and it was pretty bad. So I stopped that altogether for now. So, but I will definitely play people off streaming.